Hello and welcome to Williamson's Bridge. This is a 1v1 rank game between Gordon and TA4Life. So one thing I think I'd like to open up this secret. I've been playing this game for a very long time, and secretly I'm actually the best player to ever play this. It's just it's not always obvious because bad allies, things like that, mouse connections. Uh, all these nonsense just prevent me from like actually showing everybody just how awesome I am. But you know, it's pretty obvious to those who understand the game. So in this one, what I'll actually do is I'll look at this from Gordon's point of view, so everybody can see just how awesome I am. And hopefully, people understand this video in the right way, and will understand just how great it is to be as good as me. I will try to give you some insight, which is definitely correct. And yeah, it's great. Um, really, here you can see this build order from Gordon. It's pretty good. He's gonna rely on some reclaim. Assist on the ACU. This is always very good, and Voodoo is somebody who likes to do that. The key is to use up all the mass that you have, and to make this perfect, probably if you're looking at TA, it's probably what TA is doing. Is if you want to get your first reclaim rocks at exactly the moment when you mass stall, and you just ride that. Yeah, ride that reclaim until it's all gone, and hopefully it never ends and you never hit zero on mass, which is the way it would be if everything went right and according to my plan. So you can see 6 speed gens, 3 land. That's pretty much minimal for how much power you're gonna make. And after this initial build order, Gordon is going to put at least 1 engineer on power spam and 2 engineers on factory spam. So far it looks pretty good in terms of his intel. He's got a good looking radar. See, these troops here are very badass. And almost a total mass stall. And when you're in a mass stall like this, once again, it's critical to get the reclaim, so maybe a little manual reclaim from Gordon would help. Tanks just rolling through, not giving. They don't really care. They just roll through. They're very good, very good micro. And looks like an engineer. That was one of TA4Life's engineers. Is going to be stealing rocks from the enemy. It's one of my favorite things to do, because anytime you steal a reclaim that should belong to your enemy, that's a bonus. And a lot of times when people anticipate getting reclaimed, they overbuild power, they anticipate getting that power, and then suddenly you don't get it, and then their whole eco is out of whack. So lean versus tank, that's unfair. Bomber, looks like 5th air, 4 land. Don't really see too much in terms of upgrading. You just see a single engineer continues to build up power. Actually, there's another engineer here, and yet another land factory. But in a total mass stall, so that's a mistake. As you can see, TA's ACU, actually, it's such a stealthy ACU. Walked through the middle. No, actually, no, it didn't. Just walked up to Gordon, started shooting him in the face. Tactical retreat on the left side, sucking Gordon in. Bombers. Some inties from TA4Life is going to push Gordon back. Gordon should know better not to just rush in against a superior ACU. But yeah, this will be a nice position to fight. Here, Gordon looks like took a little too much, and if he was a little better, I think he would get these engineers out here quicker, get all this mass. But look at all this reclaim. If Gordon actually grabs all this, this could make it a fairly even fight. I mean, you can look at the stats, just total domination. I'm actually gonna take a sneak peek. Not too much, just less factories, good power balance, things looking perfect. Gordon, on the other hand, total mass stall imbalance. TA4Life playing with fire a little bit, and this right here, this is a great example of why my rating isn't as high as it should be. Is that my ACU likes to just move into enemy territory without actually being given the order. I think probably what's happening is 1 or 2 governmental agencies is probably trying to use psychological warfare by messing with my mouse. I'm quite confident that's happening. And sometimes what they do is they give orders which I never gave, and they always look for the worst time. And they at least half my losses are because of the CIA. Yeah, quite confident, but not much you can do about it because they can do whatever they want, as Snowden has told us. A fake PD here, yeah, that's play with style, I think. Some nice scouting. Yeah, this whenever you scout TA's base, it's a learning opportunity. So you should really try to emulate this. Gordon, I gotta say, really glad to have him in my faction. He's actually one of the better players to put up such a great fight. Actually taking map control here, it seems. But not to worry, not to worry. I'm sure there are good plans for TA. Fortunately, this game is a bit old, so I don't remember exactly the 6 or 7 different strategies I was planning on executing, which combination I was executing exactly at this moment. Yeah, one place where Gorton might be as good as TA is micro. In terms of positioning of units, Gorton's usually quite good, maximizing the firepower. Yeah, in the background you might hear some of TA's birds that live in a cage. That have to be shut up whenever TA does one of these casts.
Commander under attack.
But that's alright. Birds are good, I guess. Gorton, 23 kills, continues to push. Yeah, this is some trapped units from TA. That's a bit unfortunate. He'll put up a good fight. Not much he can do. A glimpse of Tech 2 from TA.
Under attack.
So that TA, yeah, a whole bunch of Ilshavas here on the bottom. They're gonna dominate. This is the beginning of a total collapse now for Gorton. I don't think he'll be able to handle this type of Tech 2 pressure. He does have some Tech 2 of his own, but he was so far ahead, he's gonna have numbers. Here Gorton forced into a position where he has to go in blind, although a good use of a bomber for maybe a little raider. Yeah, raider in this game is a very critical piece. Fake PD doing his job for a long time, protecting this mass extractor. It's 120 mass per minute. You need 3 minutes for a Tech 1 mass extractor to stay alive, to provide the mass to build a single Ilshava. Yeah. Knowledge like this, it really helps in game situations. Gorton getting some upgrades. It's going to be the gun, it appears. Yep, it's on the right side. Righties, set from our righties. Some micro, some devastation. She's gonna speed this up. TA really taking his time. He really likes to play with the spray. Total mass stall now for Gorton. Scouting. Gorton probably should pause his Tech 1 factories. No reason to run those right now. And looks like Gorton hasn't done any upgrade, really forced into using all of his mass to counteract the awesomeness of TA. And now that TA was able to get a bunch of Tech 2, it's going to be that advantage. You have superior mass, which will convert into superior troops. Superior troops will kill the weaker Gorton troops, and then it will be reclaimed. And of course, it's a snowball effect. As Gorton has dreams of taking the top of the map. Some MMLs. It appears the ACU and ACU battle. Of course, TA, he knows that the gun to ACU is coming. He's got a gun of his own. He'll counter that easily. Gorton takes the middle. And now a rather large reclamation field appears on the left side as TA. Couple overcharges. Air. TA with a hidden radar, which will now be captured, and will be a hidden radar for Gorton. TA, these are surely engineers grabbing lots of mass. 6600 reclaimed for Gorton. TA, as probably everybody knows, I dominate reclaim. That's one of my favorite things to do is take the bodies of my dead enemies and make a superior fighting force to kill even more dead enemies. Or just kill enemies and make them dead. Lots of support factories, some Tech 2 power now coming up, so TA might be thinking about some more advanced upgrades. However, it does appear that Gorton has won the bottom. He's got a superior force, and that's where Gorton with his micro is actually quite good. Gorton now looks like is going to get Tech 2, getting assaulted by an MML without a reprieve. As Gorton likely is getting sucked into a force that will kill him. Because units, a force like this, it just looks like mass that's moving toward TA, and TA really wants you to attack him so that he can kill you and take all your stuff. That's the general strategy, to kill you and take all your stuff. Looks like Gorton is going to run through the middle, which will isolate his AC. Could put himself in a bit of trouble. Some nice piece of scouting though. Some PDs to retreat to for TA. And Gorton continues. I think the last 10 minutes Gorton has had map control. However, this map control has not translated into superior mass income. So it's really not about map control, but superior strategy and superior use of the map that you have. Being able to predict the future and choose the according strategy. It's really best when your enemy thinks they're winning. It's a false sense, then they begin to make mistakes. And it's all good. Looks like some losses now for Gorton on the left side. It's Gorton now with a Tech 2 ACU. Reclaim is really quick. Some trivia. The build capacity on a Tech 2 ACU, I believe is a 40 or a 20. I can't even remember anymore. One way to find out. Minus 33, which means it's yeah, it's a usual is 4. Usually you build a factory in 30 seconds, so it's 4, so it's 40. Which means if you're reclaiming a piece of rock with this ACU, you get 400 mass. Yeah, somehow, even though TA is quite dominant, Gorton with the superior map control really has pushed him back, and this gap in mass is really shrunk, and now bombers from Gorton are beginning to assault TA's base. I'm not really sure exactly what went wrong. It might have been the CIA, or it's likely some nonsense like that, where it was just a couple wrong moves. I'm sure the strategies were fine. It was the execution. Yeah, sometimes it gets kind of cold, and my fingers can't move as fast as I'd like them to. Oh yeah, that does cause a lot of death. So between the CIA and the cold air, probably about 90% of my losses. Now, TA4Life is coming. Yeah, he's really pushing back. Gorton is a bit isolated now. However, it's ACU on ACU battle. TA with the missile strike. Oh, and that actually does. It's an ACU missile. Gorton's all alone, and of course, who could doubt this? The TA put us into a false sense of security, and then, despite the cold air and CIA, NSA, and all the other, like the Mossad, all those great intelligence operations messing with my mouse, was able to pull off a win against an extremely good player, Gorton. I believe he's top 10 now. He's the second best in the Voice of Reason clan, just behind TA4Life, as he showed in this cast. Hopefully people enjoyed it, and definitely sign up for this channel. It's the greatest channel ever.